In the point evolution, we studied about the definition of evolution. Evolution is the development of new species from their ancestor very slowly. It is a gradual development. So why this study of evolution? Before that, there are some questions in your book. There are 3 questions. First question is, what is the function of the appendix of our digestive system? In our digestive system, appendix is present. You heard about the operation of appendix. So what is this appendix? This appendix is a one organ in your body which is very useless. Means there is no use of this organ. So this appendix is a one vestigial organ or useless organ in our body. Now there is a second question. Are your wisdom teeth really useful for chewing the food? Our wisdom teeth in मराठी अक्कलदाढ. आपल्याला अक्कलदाढ असते जी की वयाच्या 20-25 वर्षानंतर कोणाला 30 वर्षानंतर येते. ती अक्कलदाढ आपल्याला खरोखर उपयोगी आहे का? The answer is no. This wisdom teeth is no use for our body. Now, why these questions are there? There is one link between all these answers. Next question is, why did the huge animals like dinosaurs become extinct? You heard about the dinosaurs, or in different pictures you see the giant structure of dinosaurs. Why these dinosaurs are existence? Existence means extinct, or these all huge animals are nowadays they are extinct because extinct means nashta hone, because there is reason is evolution. What is the evolution? Evolution म्हणजे उत्क्रांती, हळूहळू झालेला बदल. Due to the evolution they are extinct, and there is another one reason, that is the fittest can survive. What is the fittest can survive? आपल्याकडे मराठीमध्ये एक म्हण आहे, बळी तो कानपिळी. म्हणजे जो ताकदवान आहे तो टिकून राहील. तुम्ही क्लासमध्ये पण बघता की सपोज 2 स्टुडंट असतील, एक मस्त हेल्दी आहे आणि एक फारच वीक आहे, तर त्या हेल्दी स्टुडंटचं नेहमी वर्चस्व राहतं. का? तर तो फिट आहे. फिटेस्ट कॅन सर्वाइव्ह. म्हणजे जो कोणी ताकदवान आहे तो या जगण्याच्या स्पर्धेमध्ये जगू शकतो. आणि अशाच वेगवेगळ्या कारणांमुळे जे डायनासोर्स आहेत ते एक्सटिंक्ट झाले. देयर इज अनदर वन क्वेश्चन, दॅट इज द व्हाय आर मेनी स्पीसीज ऑफ एनिमल्स अँड बर्ड्स गेटिंग एक्सटिंक्ट? देयर इज ऑल्सो answer of this question is due to the evolution. So now what is the evolution? You know, 3.5 billion years ago life had been non-existence on the earth. Then how life is started on the earth? Firstly, there is very simple organic matters are present in the ocean or in the water of the ocean firstly, and from these simple elements are after some time they get converted into complex material, and after publication of these all minerals, proteins, these different elements, the first living organism is formed in the water of the ocean. So this is starting of the life on the earth planet. But how we can decide this is the real reason? Different theories are proposed by the different scientists how living organisms are developed on the earth. From this theories, the worldwide accepted theory is nothing but the theory of evolution. This theory is very important in the study or history of the human being evolution. At the present, crores of species of plants and animals with huge diversity regarding to the shape and complexity are present. You know, on the earth's surface there is very small, means minute, which we cannot see with our naked eyes, like different bacteria, viruses, means very small microorganism to the giant well like fishes are present on the earth's surface. Or also in plant species there is very small single unicellular chlorella to the giant trees like banyan trees. So there is a variation from shape and size of these plants and animals. This is only due to the evolution process. humans have shown curiosity about origin of life and also different reasons for such a great diversity which are present on the earth's surface from the ancient period. So different theories about origin and evolution of this life have been proposed till today, of which theory of gradual development of living organism is accepted. This theory is very important to study the evolution of living organism. Now, how this theory of evolution is continued or published. According to this theory, the first protoplasm means the first living organism which is present on the earth's surface. This first protoplasm was developed in the ocean, water of the ocean. Firstly, very simple elements are come together and they form the protoplasm. You know, plasm, in any cell there is a cytoplasm is present, one nucleus and then cytoplasm. If you take the example of unicellular organism, so this is the cyto means cell. So inside the cells which liquid material is present is known as cytoplasm. So this cell plasm which is present in the cell is known as cytoplasm. So this protoplasm, pro means before. Before this cytoplasm, the first material is known as protoplasm, and this first living organism or first protoplasm firstly occurred in this ocean. And after then what happened? There is a complications are carried out and then unicellular organism is produced. When in the due course of time this protoplasm is converted into the unicellular. When unicellular organisms are developed, larger and complex organisms were formed. This is not only in a single year or some 100 years. There is a due course of times nearby 300 crore years, and after this the complex organism is formed. Means firstly protoplasm, from protoplasm to unicellular organisms, from unicellular to larger and complex means multicellular organisms are formed, and these changes had been not only in a single way, these changes had been all-rounded and multi-dimensional. All-rounded means not only trees are tall but their branches are not developed. This all-dimensional means मराठीमध्ये सर्वांगानी. सर्वांगानी म्हणजे फक्त त्याची शारीरिक वाढ नाही तर त्याची बौद्धिक असेल. सपोज यू टेक द एक्झाम्पल ऑफ ह्युमन बीइंग, द डेव्हलपमेंट ऑफ नॉट ओनली outer shape or body, there is a development of inner cellular structure, organization of a body, then development of brain, etc. are developed. It is known as all-rounded and multi-dimensional. मराठीमध्ये त्याला all-rounded म्हणजे सर्व अंगाने आणि multi-dimensional म्हणजे काय तर multi-dimensional म्हणजे सर्व अंगाने आणि all-rounded म्हणजे सर्व व्यापी, सर्व बाजूनी यांची काय झाली ऑर्गॅनिझमची डेव्हलपमेंट झाली. सो protoplasm to unicellular, unicellular to multicellular, and multicellular to this evolution of different types of organisms or different species of plants and animals are formed due to the evolution process, and this is the first worldwide accepted theory of evolution. Therefore, it is known as theory of evolution, and hence this overall process is called as evolution, which is organizational, and you can define the evolution according to this theory. There are two definitions. You studied about the starting point of this evolution, of this definition of evolution, that is the gradual changes occurring in living organism over a long duration, and the second definition according to this theory of evolution, you can define the evolution is progressive development of plants and animals from the ancestor having different structural and functional organization is called as evolution, and this evolution is very important in the history of human being because this is worldwide accepted theory. How accepted or why? Because there are some evidences or proof. प्रूफ म्हणजे पुरावे. हीच थेरी का बरं सगळ्यांनी ऍक्सेप्ट केली? का उगी कुठला तरी सायंटिस्ट म्हटलं म्हणून? तर नाही, त्यासाठी काही प्रूफ दिले गेले आणि असे देर आर डिफरंट 6 टाइप्स ऑफ प्रूफ्स और सब proofs are available which supports the theory of evolution. So these proofs are known as evidences of evolution. There are 6 types of evidences. First is the morphological evidences. What is the morphology? Morphology is external structure, how these animals or plants look like. External structure, shape and size of body is known as morphological study, or these evidences are known as morphological evidences. In Marathi it is known as बाह्यरूपीय. बाह्य म्हणजे बाहेरच्या बाजूनी कसं रूप दिसतं त्यावरून दिले गेलेले पुरावे म्हणजे morphological evidences. Then second is anatomical. What is the anatomy? Anatomy is one type of science in which the study of the similarities of bones and joints. The different types of bones are present in body of every living organisms, and there are also some joints in birds, animals and human beings. So there is a different types of similarities are seen in structure of bones and joints. So these anatomical evidences are which support to the theory of evolution. Then second is a third is a vestigial organs. These vestigial organs which are also known as useless organ. In questions of recall, wisdom teeth is a appendix. Wisdom teeth are the examples of vestigial organs which are present in the human body. त्यालाच मराठीमध्ये अवशेष अंग म्हणतात, ज्याचा आपल्याला सध्या काही उपयोग नाही पण ते आपल्या बॉडीमध्ये प्रेझेंट आहेत, त्यांना म्हणायचं वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गन्स. अँड फोर्थ प्रूफ इज द पॅलेंटिओलॉजिकल एव्हिडन्सेस. त्याला पुरातन अवशेषशास्त्र असं म्हणतात. या सगळ्यांचा डिटेल अभ्यास आपण नेक्स्ट पॉइंटमध्ये करणार आहे. देन कनेक्टिंग लिंक्स. कनेक्टिंग लिंक्स म्हणजे जोडणारे दुवे. नदी आहे, नदीच्या दोन काठांना जोडण्यासाठी आपण त्याच्यावरून पूल बांधतो. हा पूल काय झाला? दोन्ही काठांना जोडणारा दुवा झाला, त्याला म्हणायचं कनेक्टिंग लिंक्स. मग याच्यामध्ये काय बघायचं इव्हॉल्युशन मध्ये आपल्याला? तर दोन वेगवेगळ्या स्पेसीजना जोडणारा एखादा ऑर्गॅनिझम known as a connecting links. And the last evidence is embryological evidences. Embryology म्हणजे काय? तर ह्या एम्ब्रिओलॉजिकल एव्हिडन्सेस मध्ये आपल्याला एखाद्या ॲनिमल्सच्या गर्भाच्या अवस्थेचा अभ्यास करायचा आहे. सो दिस एम्ब्रिओलॉजिकल एव्हिडन्सेस, मॉर्फोलॉजिकल एव्हिडन्सेस, anatomical, vestigial, paleontological, connecting links, these are the 6 supports, 6 evidences or 6 proofs are very important which supports the theory of this evolution.